for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham. Alongside me, former world champion Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The fans, everybody around the world, the fighters. This is just one of those things.
Time for our tail of the tape. It's Roy Jones Jr. weighing in at 78.9 kilos. He's 180 centimeters tall with a reach of 188. And up against him, it's Jake Lamotta, 173 centimeters tall with a reach of 170.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
It's Roy Jones Jr. He won world titles at 4 different weight classes, including the heavyweight championship of the world. Here comes the Bronx Bull, Jake LaMotta. Here comes a man so legendary they made a movie about him starring Robert De Niro. But this is the real deal. Stay long with Jake LaMotta, and even that may not be good enough.
They have waited for this fight for so long, John. This is ridiculous.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
I'm so giddy, so excited. The anticipation is second to none. Let's get it on.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. And we're underway in round 1. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? A perfect counter shot. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Can't find a home with that jab. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
We have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Nice counter punch right up the middle. So much for boxing. This is a fist fight. Missing with that right hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
This fighter brings a barrage of punches. They won't let you breathe. It's like fighting a hornet's nest.
You fight the swarmer, you've got to protect everything. The body with the elbows, the head with the forearm. You've got to try and push them off balance because they will just stay in your face.
Do you believe what we're seeing? When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is glad.
It's a terrible round, that is. Come on.
And there's the bell for round 2. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
You're getting in there with a fighter with a longer reach. Now you've got to depend on your footwork, your pressure fighting. Slip inside the shot, slip outside the shot. But when you do it, you don't just slip. You've got to capitalize on it. Throw some shots after that to make them scared of letting a shot go.
Beautiful counter shot. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. A swing and a miss with the right hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Both men step back for just a moment. A straight right just misses. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Great work. Good work at that kid. That jab's looking nice.
And there's the bell to start round 3. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
You'd like to see more jabs. The old adage is, no matter how much speed you've got, timing beats speed.
This can be so frustrating when you're in with such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because If you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You don't want to trade shots. That left hook misses. Good counter punching. Well, Johnny, I know it's still early on, but have you been surprised by anything you've seen?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Threw the uppercut, but did not score. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Ain't stopping me, I'm a pro like a Mac. Drip flow like a tap, tiptoe to the stack. Thrive under pressure, know when to attack. When it's showtime, front row to the back. Front line with my back up against the wall. If I'm up against the odds, then I'm about to give it all. About to get them all, I want everything they got. Coming for the top, I won't stop until I fall. Me, I'm trying to ball out like Lamotta ball. Watch me switch the gears on and wait for him to stall. They're looking all small, trying to run before they crawl. Me, I'm going all out, up against the all. You're up against the clock, up against the clock. Trying to break the doors down, you should have changed the locks. I'ma bring them all down, everybody's up. And I thrive when it's showtime, everybody watch. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way. I'm in a fight of my life every day, and I ain't stopping now, yo, I'ma carry my weight. They ain't taking my spot, no way. They ain't taking what I got, no way.
Take away that confidence, stop on this beautiful.
Back at it in round 4. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
They're both trying for a knockout. Nice counter shot. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
I've seen some fights with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
There's a counter shot. No rest for the weary. You can tell who's stronger and who's faster. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Wanted to land the left hook, but was not successful. think of this fight so far, Johnny?
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
The stamina is off the charts. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Both men step back for just a moment. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Good work. Good work behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm back.
Can't miss it. Great work. Stay focused. Don't let him back into the fight.
Get this boxing back together.
Time for the 5th round. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
You'd like to see more jabs. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. That left hook missed. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there. They want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Good fight so far. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Timing beats speed. Speed beats power. The perfect counter lands. The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Caution is being thrown to the wind. Nice exchange here from both men. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next round.
Wow, you know what? I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, bro, ring away. You walk back to the corner like you've just seen the sun.
Doing the gaps will appear. Don't be looking there for one shot of...
Go back and win the round, right? There's only one round that you've lost. Do not worry about it, kid. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. I need you to switch back on. Get foot.
And ride it out. Go out there and finish it.
You're getting soft on me.
53 shots. Keep smart. Don't be looking there for one shot
In the bag. And now you're going to let him back into it. You're starting to
go. He's absolutely shattered. He's hurt.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action.
Go out there and finish it. Just the same again. Don't change too much yet. Keep doing.
Let's start the 6th. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs are gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Nice counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Nobody home with that hook. The straight right just misses. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
I can't believe we're only halfway through the round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
They both want a highlight reel knockout. Roy Jones Jr. in trouble. A much better game plan here.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. That jab doesn't score. Ooh, the raging bull just got clipped. Talk about Roy Jones in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Switched off completely. I need you to.
You weren't loading up, but you're still letting your power shot. Good work. Go.
You've let him back into this. Get better than this kid.
Here we go. It's round 7. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Big swing and a miss with the hook. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. how much confidence do you build when your opponents hit you with their best shot and you walked right through it?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Those counter punches have to hurt. Tried to score with that hook, but missed. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
So you're getting in there with someone that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking, because you've got to get some before you get in close.
The Raging Bull is dazed. Keeping those gloves, and he is forcing him to take a knee.
It's really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
You'd like to see more jabs. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Beautiful counter punch. Let's talk about Roy Jones in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made it look so easy.
Now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off.
But don't give him no free shots, yeah? You were thinking, you were smart. You weren't loading up.
There's the bell to start round 8. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. One moment changes everything, especially in this division. Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
What heart, what desire, but at what cost? Incredible work rate. A very competitive round here so far.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
Catch and shoot. Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit, and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
They walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. Starting to take some deep breaths now, but still fighting hard. He misses with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. about Roy Jones in that last round. Now you start wondering how much work these two fighters did in the gym.
That's when you talk about championship material.
Get your mind back. Great work. I love that. I love that. That jab is slick.
Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. That 1 minute break surely wasn't enough for him to completely recover.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
And that hook misses. A lot of effort being exerted here. How about that time counter shot? Can you believe it? Roy Jones Jr. is on the back foot now. We almost saw a knockout a second. Did you see that? Roy Jones Jr., believe it or not, may want to take a knee here. Disaster averted.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this. And this fight is over. Now that is a massive knockdown.
Are you all right?
It happened. You saw it here live. A knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory. That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here. I've arrived. Try that again. It will happen all over again.